What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to episode 22 of our Olympic Lyonnais FM19 save. We're of course back again with two games, one being the most talked about Champions League game against Manchester City, and the other is the league game against Toulouse. Now, just quickly direct you to the league table. As you can see, we are back on top of the table. Bordeaux have slipped up, and we've only lost the one game still, so we head to top of the table. Unfortunately, PSG would leapfrog us if they win their game in hand, but of course, that's all speculation. Since we last met, it was, of course, the 1-1 draw against Marseille. And since then, we beat Saint Etienne 3-0. Foden, and Dubois getting the goals in that game. And Houssem and Terrier got the goals in the second game against Amiens. 2 clean sheets off screen. It's what you want to see, really. I am still ill, but it is getting better. So hopefully the video should be on the up when it comes to my voice quality and just, general spluttering into the mic. As mentioned, Champions League, massive game. Must win. We have to beat Man City, I think so, because I think if Valencia beat Roma and we both draw, we'd all be on 8 points. Right? So I'm saying, so if Valencia win, they'll go to 9, of course, but then if me and Man City are or us and Man City are drawing, it would be Roma, Man City and Lyon all on 8 points. Now, I'm not sure if Man City's head-to-head against Roma. It's actually a loss and a draw. Maybe we could go through if we draw then. But if Valencia have to win, because I think head-to-head, it would come down to goal difference in the end, because all the teams head-to-head would be messed up. So potentially, actually, a draw could see us through, I think. I'm not too sure how this is going to work. There's one way to guarantee it, though, and that is getting a win. So, yeah, it's essentially in our hands. We have to get a win today. It's very doable, and let's hope we can do it. That's short and simple, really. As I said, we have a very bad record against Manchester clubs. They are the favourites. They're higher in the group. We lost to Man United last year. We've lost to Man City this year, and we play them again. So our record against Manchester is not great at all. But we need to kick on. We need to do it. We need to dig deep. We've beaten PSG many times. We beat Real Madrid. We've beat Atletico Madrid. We've beat Dortmund. We've beat big names. Man City's just another one on the list. One interesting thing is you can see their manager is Jurgen Klopp. So let's have a quick... Can I click Man City anywhere? No, I can't for some reason. Jurgen Klopp's now their manager. Let's see. Guardiola was sacked. Despite winning the Premier League and Carabao Cup Community Shield, he was sacked and replaced by Klopp in the summer. So that's quite cool. So essentially they swapped positions. Klopp's gone to Man City, Guardiola's gone to Liverpool, and actually his Liverpool side sit top of the Premier League. So good move for them, in my opinion. So they're going to be very happy with that. They snatched him up. So yeah, that's just one key information. That is against Jurgen Klopp. Don't really like Jurgen Klopp, as I don't really like Liverpool in real life. So I probably get a lot of people triggered by saying I don't like Liverpool, but I just don't really like them, to be honest. I'm looking at the lineup here. Not too much I want to really change. The front three look pretty solid. Of course, Depay's injured, Foden's injured, so we can't bring them in anyway. Moussa Dembele's unregistered for this. Oh, that's the different one. Okay, this one, Moussa Dembele's injured as well. So not really too many changes we can make apart from like Sander Berg coming in. But again, Dombele's got a good rating. And Terrier can come in super sub off the bench. I know Pongracic is injured, or not injured, but needs a rest. But I don't really want to take him out for this game. I think his positioning and prowess is very much needed. Dubois can start, just because he's been a bit unhappy lately. I think this game could kick him up the behind, get him into gear. So this is the lineup we're going to go with. I'll run you through them in more depth when they're side by side, but I'm pretty confident with that team. I think we can do well. Here are the lineups then. So for them, they're on the left-hand side, of course. It's Edison and Babu. He used to play for Man United. I think I said that last time. Stones, Otamendi, Mendy. So loads of Mendys in here. You have Otamendi, Mendy. We have a Mendy too. Then they have Fernandinho, Milinkovic, Savic, with Leroy Sané, De Bruyne, Sterling, and Aguero up top. So this time they are putting De Bruyne further forward. And last time he caused a big threat once he moved. And Fernandinho has played a key part in getting their goal. For us, it's Lopez, Dubois, Pongracic, Danea, Dombele, Toussaint. I missed out Mendy, Pineda, Houssem, Fekir, and Lovro Major. I think this is a big game for Lovro Major. I think he can grab a goal today. I think he can do the business. I think he's gonna really kick on. Hasn't got too many goals for us, but his rating is very good, and that's important at the end of the day. As long as he's producing key movement, key passes, and playing, a key part in our attack. I'm not really too sure. I'm not too bothered how many goals he gets. But here we are. Then they're in their traditional light blue, and we're in our traditional white, and they get things underway. So let's just pray really that we can do the job against Klopp, who, even though apparently the manager on the sideline looks like Guardiola. We're meant to believe it is Klopp. But as things stand, everyone drawing, so we do still go out. Elsewhere, Barcelona have gone 2-0 up against Milan inside 6 minutes. As Major's in behind, no he's not, Edison collects. So elsewhere, Milan are knocked out to the Europa League. I was actually thinking about the future of this save really, and what I'm going to do once we do obtain like two back-to-back league titles for Lyon. I think that's the premise of this save. I think is to get a team who had a good legacy, a good batch of title wins. I think the key is as we hit the post Hussein is to get them 2 league titles back-to-back. I think that's obviously I could do it longer than that. I could do like 5, 6, but I think that's a bit dragged on, a bit brought out. So I was thinking about the future of this save, and I think once we do get Lyon the 2 back-to-back league titles, I'm going to look and turn it into, I suppose, like a mini journeyman save. So I could go to the likes of maybe AC Milan, Inter Milan. On this save so far, Ajax haven't won a league title for 5-6 years. Maybe even someone like Ajax. Liverpool would be a good one, as they haven't won a Premier League title ever, but they've of course won lots of English First Divisions or whatever it was called back in the day. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to turn this into a mini journeyman save and see if I can, one, get on the Hall of Fame whilst doing it, winning all the top divisions around the world, and B, I think it'll just be a bit of fun to go around the world, do it with loads of different teams, and just as I said, restore their legacy. That's what this save's all about, is getting Lyon to the pinnacle of French football. And we're doing an okay job so far. Of course, missed out very narrowly last season and do sit top as things stand, but this game's been a pretty quiet one as far as highlights. Although Major's on the ball now. Lovely ball out to Toussaint. He's a bit of a workhorse, he is, although he's left the ball behind there. He's cleared away. Only as far as Aguero, though. And De Bruyne, bright red hair. He's not that ginger in real life, I don't believe, but lovely Major now. Lovely ball into Hussein. Lovely ball down to Fekir, and he can't direct it into the net, and Edison's equal to it. And still, as things stand, everyone in our group is drawing, but there's lots of goals elsewhere. Headed down Sane, lovely tackle, but I think Milinkovic-Savic will get that clear. Oh, I was actually the wrong way round. The camera angle was very weird there. I thought we had the corner, but we was actually defending it. But Major, a lovely ball over the top. I'm not a fan of this over the top, but it does seem to work. Fekir can't direct it into the net again. I'm not a fan of how this season our passing seems to just end up being over the top. Like, not over the top as in too much, but oh no, Sterling's through. He's got the pace. Mendy's going to try and catch him into De Bruyne. Over the bar, we get very lucky there. But I mean, in the sense that we pick up the ball around the halfway line, and then it seems to just be one ball onto a man running in behind. Very much almost like a Sam Allardyce type of football. So, not too, it doesn't look too pretty on the eye. Some of our highlights are amazing, but lately it seems to be we're just almost a bit of laziness almost. But Toussaint down to Hussein. I think this is going to be another one. Dubois, he's going to cut back inside. Does so. Toussaint goes for the over the top, although that time he had no height, so it didn't really work. But no team's really got hold of this game, although Sane's through him behind, and luckily it goes wide for us. But no team seems to have a real grip of this game. It seems to be, very back and forth, very just back and forth, really. I don't really have another superlative to describe it. But elsewhere, Arsenal are losing to Porto to go down to second in their group. Barcelona stomping Milan. Atletico Madrid trail Bayern in their group, but they are beating Ajax on the day. And a lot of action elsewhere. Not any action in our group at all. Manchester United have just gone 1-0 up against Leipzig. Of course, the holders of this competition. As things stand, they now go top of their group, and Leipzig are going to finish on a big fat 0 of points. So that's disappointing for them. Disappointingly for us, we are heading to the Europa League as things stand. And I'm getting very antsy and very nervous about this because we don't really look like scoring. Tactics. Terrier, mate. You got to come on now. You're going to come on for Hussein. I'm going to switch for Kieran Major. I'm going to bring on Sanderberg and Diego. I'm committing. I'm making 3 subs right now. 60th minute or so, they've brought on David Silva, who of course got them that draw that they needed against Roma. I'm committing. I'm bringing on 3 substitutes because we need a goal. Look how close this group is. We're on the attack. Mendy, throw to Fekir, into Lovro Major. Pineda, oh my god, the goal was open and he's hit the outside of the post. David Silva's actually come on and then been injured 8 minutes later, so he's come off for Suso. And they also bring on Kyle Walker. What a substitute to have. Kyle Walker's going to have explosive pace. De Bruyne now with a corner kick for the Man City. Down to Aguero, edge of the box. I think that was actually hits the post, I believe. It bounced off something, but it's a goal kick for us. And the time's trickling away. I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to change it to very attacking. And we're going to say, get creative. De Bruyne with a free kick. Toussaint heads away. And it's in the back. Oh, it's offside. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a huge let-off for us. De Bruyne, free kick. Head out by Toussaint. Aguero just thumps it into the box. Bounces off Lopez, and Bamboo was there, but luckily offside, and we get a bit fortunate there. But it's not going to happen for us, I don't believe, lads. I think it's going to be Europa League action for us. 5 minutes left. 5 measly minutes to save our Champions League campaign. It's not happening. 5 minutes added time. Come on, please, please, please push forward. Come on, do something. Valencia score. I'd rather see Valencia score than just nothing happen. De Bruyne tackled. Oh, and that's it. Full time. I don't think anything happened in the other game. I'm really anxious to press this button because I don't know. I don't think Valencia scored. I think that's it. I think we're into the Europa League, which is a huge disappointment. Can't really believe that. Into the Europa League we go. Let's have a look. I don't think Valencia scored. They didn't. Both games ended 0-0. We bigged it up. We bigged up how important this last game of the group was. And both teams just... All teams didn't really do anything. No one grabbed a goal. No one did anything. And unfortunately, we are knocked out in the group stage. And we go to the Europa League. Which it doesn't even fit on this screen as things stand. So I've let my board down there. It was meant to get through and reach the first knockout round. But admittedly, our group was very tough. I mean, the one that was tougher was obviously B. Group B was tougher than ours. But, teams like Chelsea have been knocked out. We definitely had probably the hardest, the at least most equal group, I'd say. Leipzig ended up just sort of getting dominated in their group, and our group was just highly competitive. Ultimately, it come down to we shouldn't have lost the first day of the season. We shouldn't have drawn those 2 games. We can only really blame ourselves. And the Europa League's our next challenge. I'm confident we can win the Europa League. We do get 800k as well. We are knocked out of the competition, as I've mentioned many times. And it's not what we were looking for, but I do feel confident we can win the Europa League. Obviously, we got so far in the Champions League last year. I don't see how we wouldn't go as far in the Europa League. Let's have a look at some of the teams in the Europa League to see what we are dealing with. Holders of Roma, actually. So Roma went on to win it last year and top the group this year. So Roma could do it. But Villarreal, Fenerbahce, Sporting, Schalke, Benfica, Sevilla, Inter Milan. Rapid Vienna is quite a good club. I don't think I have the Austrian Premier League loaded as of right now, but I might turn that on, and I might even go to Austria or something and say, we could always restore Vienna's legacy, take over one of the Vienna sides. I think I'm going to have to switch on some more leagues for this save as the time goes on. And maybe get a bit obscure of where we go. But Lazio, Fiorentina are in here, West Ham, Besiktas, Monaco, probably one of the tougher sides, Tottenham as well. I think so, yes, there are some tough sides in here. None that I think are going to be too much of a challenge. So I think we can win the Europa League. But as I said, the main focus now has to be the league campaign. We have to make sure we give this our all. I don't really care about the Europa League, really. I'd much rather win the League One title. And if we win the Europa League, it's a bonus, but... the league's going to be our main focus from now on. But I'm going to skip ahead to this Toulouse game, and I'll catch you then. Here we are then. The time has come. We switch our focus to back to league campaign. We put our Champions League misery behind us, and we've, as I said, turned our focus to the Champions League. Now, unfortunately, a bit of a sore sight. Saint Etienne have played a game extra, so they do go top of the table. It only should be, momentarily. Bordeaux actually lost as well, so we'd extend our lead over them. And I think realistically at this point, the only two threats if we do win today would be PSG and I guess temporarily Saint Etienne, but I think they'll start to fall off as the season goes along. One bizarre thing actually is that we have a friendly against Inter Milan just halfway through the season. I'm not too sure who has organised this and why this has happened, but we played them up here, and I'm pretty sure I scheduled this one. So maybe when I asked them for a friendly, the request went through twice, but we have a random mid-season friendly against Inter Milan. It's not awful. It's not a detriment to our season, but that's very odd, I think. Very odd to be happening. But either way, let's just crack on with today. Depay's says he's going to leave. He doesn't want to sign a new contract, even though it expires in 19 months. So we have a lot of time to turn that around. Fakir has a knock, Husem's suspended, Mendy suspended. It's not looking good for us today. Let's just see what we can do here. So I'm going to switch those two. Dombele can come further back. I want to give Sanderberg a start, actually, so he can come in. Toussaint needs a rest. But I don't really have any centre mids yet that aren't suspended or injured or one of those combinations. So Dombele can come in a bit further forward. Fakir needs to come off, so Terrier is already on the pitch. Let's have a look here. I want to start Dubois, but he just hasn't been doing the business when he does start. I'm going to bring him on today because he has got better fitness than Dalot. Kenny Tete... Okay, Jordan Ferry can play. He's only got a 6.2 the one time he did play. I'm going to bring on Bertrand Traore for Lovre Major, and Maxwell Cornet can start as well. This is going to go very wrong, I think, but we just need to rest players. Like, Danea needs a rest. We have so many injuries. Fakir's injured. I don't really want to play Ferry. Tete... Again, I would play him, but Dubois is going to play, I think. Yeah, Dubois' fitness is only 2% less than Tete's. Much better match sharpness. I think that's the team we're going to rock with. I know it's a bit risky, considering I just said I want to focus on the league campaign, but if we're going to do that, we need fresh players, right? So, and again, they're playing very deep. So, Reynet, Moreira, Diakite, Julian, Mudbanji, Pai, Dermaz, Bostock, Sanguer, Max Gradle with Firmin Mubele up top. 1 goal in 5 games for him, so not a massive threat, but everyone knows about Max Gradle. Very fast. Pace has fallen off now, he's into the 30s, but like I said, he is very, very quick, so have to watch out for him. And of course, we're playing a different lineup, same tactic, but Lopez, Dubois, Marcelo, Pongracic, Marçal, Sanderberg, Dombele, Pineda, Cornet, Traore and Terrier up top. I do think those players up top do have the ability to score goals. It's just I'm a bit worried now about the creativity because those three don't strike me as the most creative of players. Of course, Depay, Fakir, Foden, Major, Husem, they can all create their own chances, whereas these players are more, I suppose, just finishers of those chances. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. At the back, Marcelo and Dubois, both complacent, which isn't great to see, but again, it could just be due to their deep formation, is the only way I can really put it. They do play with a very defensive line of attack. I don't really know how else to put it. They only have one player really starting in our half. So it'll be interesting to see how they cope with that. I don't see them creating too many chances, and they do find themselves mid-table, I suppose. So it clearly has been working for them to some degree. They have a positive goal difference, so that defensiveness could be working for them. We're on the attack though. Dubois into Cornet, and what's happened here? He's looking at VAR. I think Cornet may have fouled a centre back. I'm not sure what's happening here. What? is going on? Right, he's given us a penalty, even though the ball went off his arm into the net. So I'm really confused. Pineda's stepping up, and he's missed. So well, that's very controversial, isn't it? It's gone in. The ball's gone in. I know it's gone in off the guy's arm, but I mean, has he made the right decision there? I'm not too sure. That's a bit of controversy. We've then missed the penalty, so it stays 0-0, and they've gone down the other end and scored, essentially. So it's gone from us having a goal disallowed to a penalty that we've missed to them scoring. Fermin Mubele, I say it's very deep. Jimmy's in behind with his pace, whips it into the only player they have really in the attacking third, and he's put it away, and we're down to second. And at this rate, we're going to bottle the league campaign again. I think I've bitten off more than I can chew with this series. I think I've underestimated how good PSG are against the other computer-managed teams. They just are so good. I think the only defeat they have 2 defeats, and one of them's to me, one of them's to Bordeaux. So we go into half-time with a 32nd minute missed penalty and a 34th minute goal for Toulouse. We're 1-0 down. And as I said, they have a very defensive shape, very defensive formation. I don't see us breaking them down. We've rested a lot of players, admittedly, but it's almost like Toulouse have our number here. They beat us last season. We scored an own goal in that game, so the luck's just really not against us when we play Toulouse. But I'm hoping the second half we can shake it up, shake things around, and grab a goal back, at least level the pegging. Or is that a good saying? Or don't want to be saying the wrong thing. Traore off the top of the goal, and it's out for a goal kick. But looking better from us. Pineda's not looking too great. Neither are our 2 attacking players. So again, not really too many subs we can bring on. Fekir might have to come on at this rate and just really maybe shake this up. I think I'm actually going to commit to that. I know he's injured. I know he's not great, but I'm actually going to bring on. Yeah, do I want to bring on Major or Fekir? I'm going to bring on Lovro Major for Traore. I'm going to push Cornet further forward. I'm going to have him as a poacher. Actually, pressing forward. I'm going to have him as a pressing forward on attack. And I'm going to switch it to that. I think Lovro Major, because Fekir has a knock. I don't want to risk him making that any worse. I sent him to a specialist so he'd be fit for this game, but I just don't think he's worth the risk. I don't want him to be out for months or weeks or whatever the case may be. So I'm going to try avoid bringing him on for as long as I can. I don't think I'm going to bring him on even if we lose. Also at the back, Tete, this is your chance to shine. In a dire need, we're coming to you to grab us the all-important goal. And you know what? Ferry, you can come on as well. We're taking risks here. You know, Kenny Tete, I'm confident this is time to shine. 15 minutes to go. Kenny Tete is going to grab us a goal or an assist with some piece of magic, I think. Although time's dwindling down very quickly. I'm going to shout at them. I said concentrate by accident. Dombele's through behind, and he hasn't gone in. He's gone out for a corner because the goalkeeper saved it. I do. If I sound really not disinterested, but disheartened, it's because I am. Oh, it's in. Dombele, yes. Oh my god, the guy who just earned the corner. A very sloppy goal to score, but you've got to take them all. It's not even showing a replay of the corner unless I skipped it somehow, and they even need to score the corner of their own. There's a conspiracy here, Football Manager. You know, you can take our Champions League away. You can take, a 0-0 draw with Man City, but, you can't be doing both. You can't be messing up our league campaign and our Champions League campaign with these sloppy highlights and decisions. Marcel here. Is it a late goal for us? Dombele, Sander Berg tackled, and it's full time. It's another draw. We've drawn both games this episode. We've just opened the door massively to PSG. We've swung it open and said, hey, look, come take your league title, because with a performance like that, we know we're really not looking like champions, really. I know we've only lost once, but 7 draws, 11 wins isn't the best. And like I said, they're just going to come and snatch that opportunity. Pongracic, of course, needs a rest, but luckily January is coming, and I think I will invest in another centre back. I think that's got to be the position we buy for. Maybe a left back, as you know, one of those two, just to help in with rotation. But yeah, like I said, I think PSG will win both their games in hand. And I think they will, leapfrog 3 points above us, so a deficit that we can come back from. This screen's looking very, very packed out now that the Europa League's here, but I think we can capitalise. Fortunately, we are top of the table as things stand, so in that regard, we are sitting pretty, and it's looking all kosher, I'll say, looking all good. But that is the end of today's episode. If you did enjoy, please drop a like, helps out a ton. Subscribe if you're new and want to see daily Football Manager content. Of course, like I mentioned, get a video out every day, or at least I try to. My schedule's a bit jam-packed at the minute, but video out every day. Subscribe if you're new, drop a like, and I'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.